So whenever you start.
Heard. So basically, I'm gonna start this out. Even when I was just thinking about it, the flow of it, the mind of you is what I came up with, and that because you are a very peculiar person.
Peculiar. Let me spell that.
Oh Lord,
Say it again.
peculiar,
P.
peculiar.
P. As in pathetic.
No, not as in pathetic.
As in pool.
Not as in pool. As in peculiar.
As in pet.
Basically.
So P E
Uh huh. Mhm. Mhm.
PECULER.
No, more like liar.
So LIER.
Liar. Like you're
Oh,
a
oh,
liar.
oh, 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 LIAR.
Right.
Okay, go
You are a
ahead.
very peculiar person. And so knowing you, you know, there's nothing that's just obvious. Everything is very different. You would say weird. I say peculiar. That's the word I want to call it. So I just want to know, how does your mind operate? Like, what is in there that leads you to be you?
I guess the same thing as everybody else. Fucking life experiences, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Certain mindsets and just being in a certain mind frame, to be honest with you. 'Cause I do a lot of thinking. I think I overthink,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me think even more. But I have to say, just the circumstances on life. Ain't that how you became who you are?
I can agree. I can agree. Except you come from a, like, we've two different walks of life, right?
Right.
You've seen some shit that I have not seen, and of course my situation has made me you, but you've seen some shit that I can't even begin to even fathom. So death and being in certain situations where it leads to death, and just situations period, has made you who you are. How would you describe yourself? Because others would say whatever they have to say, but how would you describe you?
Calm, laid back, um, hysterical, um, petty. Uh, Shit. I think that pretty much wraps it up. I'm a very caring motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? I like looking out for people and things like that. But yeah, I have to say those are the main traits. You know, um, and you kind of laugh when I said laid back. I'm very laid back.
You are laid back, and then on the flip side of that, is there, would you consider yourself having another side of you?
Nah,
No.
I think it's just all of I'm just like you. Like on this incident, like I mean, you cool when you cool. When you get pissed off, I mean, you pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't necessarily call that another side. It's just that's who I am, and that's why I said petty and da 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 da. Because when I get pissed off, you know, you got the petty that come out. Um, but I say it take a lot for me to get pissed off. That's why I resort, nigga, to being petty. You know what I'm saying? But another side, I mean, there could be. It really depends on the situation. You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
really depends on the situation.
But for the most part, you say you were pretty. I don't want to use the word normal. You just a stand up guy. You just
Yeah,
calm.
stand up guy. I make a nigga sit down. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So what is the foundation of you? What principles are you built on? Other than the characteristics that you have that make you you, but what is the foundation that keep you rooted and grounded and staying true to yourself with those characteristics?
Shit. Honestly, that's probably a good question because I just take it day by day. To the point where my kids keep me grounded because you have a personal responsibility when it comes to that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna carve up a character every motherfucking day. You never know what you're gonna be in store for, what you're gonna have to deal with, um, and just seeing different things. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, especially with my moms and sisters and things like that, always made me want to be different from the
Mm-hmm.
average cat next door. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers was money hungry. I seen how that led them. I don't want to be money hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just taking them street lessons, honestly, and putting my own twist on it.
Mm-hmm. So the foundation of you was basically your environment.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that.
Mm,
I like that. Yeah, it's my environment. A
okay.
product of my environment, huh?
You are a product of, I mean, we are a product of our environment because, I mean, without it, I mean, where else would you be? What else could you go off on? You
Right.
don't, I mean, something had to be shown and taught. I mean,
True.
and it wasn't always good. So, what would you say was one of the, I'm gonna say one of the most trying situations or trying environments that you have been in that started to build your foundation that opened up your eyes to say, I don't want to deal with that or I don't want to be like that or live this way or that way.
Then again, going back to that growing up and watching people, I grew up around a lot of drug dealers, prostitutes, wannabe pimps, Crips, Bloods, essays, North yeah, I didn't see motherfuckers get stabbed. You already know I didn't see people be murdered. Um, and in all them situations, you can always look at what you would have did different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we all do that. If I was in that situation, I
Yeah,
would have did.
I definitely wouldn't have did the shit that he did. And then sometimes in certain of the situations you just be like, man, like, why the fuck would you even do that? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like what you thought was gonna happen.
Right.
Um, I mean shit, everybody I know was basically in and out of juvenile hall or prison. And I usually just hang around older motherfuckers, so motherfuckers is always on parole, probation, ankle monitor, whatever the fuck the case may be. And you just look at that situation, be like, man, I could never do no dumbass shit like that. I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I always look at when it comes to people who be fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could never do no shit like that.
So you consider yourself to be set apart from the people that you grew up around, older niggas, younger niggas, whomever. You consider yourself to be set apart, different.
What's crazy about these questions is, I like answering shit quick.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like a filter in my head that I'm running these questions through so I can make sure that I mean you know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the question again? Because you really got me on that filter though, because it's like, ooh, I wasn't expecting none of that.
Oh, okay. Do you consider yourself to be different or set apart from the people that you grew up around, from the environment?
Honestly, I mean I'm built different, but just to answer your question, I say no. These niggas just get caught.
Mm.
You know.
What about your peers though? Like, were you? Because I'm pretty sure you wasn't a crowd follower. I'm pretty sure
Hell nah.
you wasn't into all that peer pressure type shit, hang with all these niggas your age, and while they getting caught up, you uh over here just sitting back like, damn, like,
Yeah, nigga couldn't tell me to do shit. Like that was never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Peer pressure is you weak or you scared to tell a motherfucker no.
Mm-hmm.
I specialize in telling a motherfucker no. Not even no, but hell to the no.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? AKA you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? You can't just have me go do some shit. If I do something, it's because I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't because X, Y, and Z said to go do so. So I'm just that goofy ass motherfucker who's just gonna go out there and do it just to, I don't know, get some credit, get some hush, some
Mm-hmm.
street cred or some dumbass shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool. And I never wanted to go to prison. I thought I was going. Well, when I was young, I did want to go, but that's neither here nor there.
When you were young, you wanted to go.
Yeah,
Why?
shit, everybody was going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Environment.
right? Everybody. Look, when I was growing up, when I was growing up, they used to throw parties for niggas who was about to go to prison.
Wow.
You know, and just like other niggas be having coming home parties,
I've heard of that.
they would have like if somebody knew they was finna go do some time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you talking like 10 plus, like 15 plus. Why he's turning himself in, I don't know. But they would have them parties and just go all out for that one night and go to jail fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I done been to a few of them. Um, but just the way it was like described back in the day on some stupid ass young naive shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like to get busy a little bit when I was growing up, you know, dabbling in this, dabbling in that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you know the way they made it seem, you know, it was gladiator school, you know. It was just it was that time to go, and you know I was always on go, so I was like, "Fuck it, let me go." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I noticed how dumb as fuck that sounded to
Right.
want to go to prison because they wouldn't talk about the other parts. You know what I'm saying? Of
Mm-hmm.
bending over and coughing in front of these niggas, and you know, sooner or later some shit gets to sink in. I wouldn't get no ass back then, so that wasn't even on the. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, it was basically kind of sort of like the thing to do, and everybody was there. You have more motherfuckers in the pen probably at once than you would on the street or your
Wow.
homies wise. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's hella stupid though.
Yeah, that seemed kind of. I get it, but then it's just like, for why? You can do so much more on the
More
outside
right.
than you can on the inside. So you hanging with these older cats and stuff like that. Did they ever try to steer you from the lifestyle that they were living? Because you know sometimes when you got a younger guy that's hanging with older, they always try to tell you, young blood, you know, I'm doing this and doing that, and you don't want to do X, Y, and Z, and you should go this way. Did you have positive influence under these people that you were these older guys?
I tell you like this, some of the like the real OGs who I know was like just smart. They was just smart as hell. It was just that environment that you speak of had somebody go and do X, Y, and Z. But it was never. I have never in my life had a OG try to put no drugs in my hand. I never had an OG try to put no guns in my hand. Um, that's usually crash dummy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a motherfucker who really want to be down and these motherfuckers really don't care about you like that. Like, oh, you just a crash dummy. We say go over here and hit that corner and shoot. Your dumb ass gonna go over there and hit that corner and shoot. And we ain't worried about if your ass get locked up or not. But nah, it was a stay in school type of thing. It was, you know,
Mm-hmm.
mind your parents, da 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 da. And it was shit like that. I never had no. I didn't see motherfuckers in the peer pressure shit, but I never been in that situation. I never been told to sell dope. I never been told to go rob, steal, kill, nothing. It's always been stay in school, how you doing in school, and shit like that. So,
Did you take heed to any of that advice though, like they were giving you?
oh, my mama didn't play that shit, so I need to hear that shit from nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need to hear that shit from no
Mm-hmm.
nigga. Nobody else. My mom, she that's the biggest presence I had. Like she made sure I understood what the fuck she meant when she
Mm-hmm.
said what she said. And till this day, I understand.
As you should,
You
as you
know what I
should.
mean?
What was
But
it like? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
well,
Go
you
ahead.
good. Go ahead.
So, what was it like for you growing up with your mom being that ever-present figure in your life, making sure you stay on the straight and narrow? Did you, for the most part, mind her and what she said?
When she was home, yeah. You know, when she ain't home, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there cutting the fuck up. I'm out there doing the fuck I want to do. When you get home from school around two something, three something, and your mom's is at work, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Man, fuck all of that. Ain't no homework is just hitting straight outside. Period.
And what was on your mind though? Like, what were? Or you looking to get into stuff, or just to be out and about, seeing what other people are doing? Like, what was there to do? What was that environment like being the age that you were at, and mom's is at work doing what she do, and then you got free reign until whatever time o'clock. Like,
Yeah.
what was that like?
You don't know until you go find out. You know what I'm saying? I was always looking for that next adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what's gonna pop off in the projects.
Nah, they always say when you go looking for something, you will find it. What
Like
kind of?
it could be like, you know, and I stay in a complex too, so it's like you don't know what you're gonna see. Somebody could be fighting that day, somebody could be kicking a man out, or they could be kicking a girl out. There's this big powwow. You know how motherfuckers be when somebody's making all the ruckus and shit, so bags is getting thrown out the door. You're like, oh shit, you don't know the police coming, if somebody relative is gonna pull up, somebody gonna start shooting, somebody finna get stabbed. Uh yeah. But other than that, I was doing all types of shit. I was doing all types of shit.
So were you like? Were you known?
I was a badass kid. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What did people know you as, or what did they know you by, or how did they refer to you? Because I
Well,
know, for example, when I was growing up, people referred to me as that Sanders girl.
oh, okay.
For some
Okay.
reason, that last name on my grandfather's side, it was just the name. When you say
Right.
Sanders, people just knew who the fuck you was talking about. So, like when you were growing up, what did people? How did they refer to you?
Badass nigga. A little crip motherfucker.
You had
Um,
the crip title starting at what age?
like 8, 9. I mean,
What did your mom know that? Did she know that you were that's the name that was being referred to you?
nah. Cause you know you got to keep that shit. Mama don't play that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and my mom ain't from where I'm from. On top of that, but I wasn't hiding this shit. I mean, my mom pretty much. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. I never even had that conversation with my mom. Uh, you know, it was just basically it was just something that she knew it just was what it was after a while, and it was basically nothing you could do.
So
Uh,
she didn't try to keep you from that. She just
I lived there. My area, you know what I'm saying, is that's what it is. You know, like how you gonna escape that?
so you didn't have a choice. Did you have a choice in the matter?
Yeah, hell yeah,
And that's just the route you chose.
hell yeah.
Why?
Mm. Well, always like first of all, like I had said a minute ago, when you come home from school, mom's was at work. You know what I'm saying? You outside. Who you outside with? What you outside doing? Um, and that was just my thing right there. Who am I around 24/7? Because at this point, I didn't have no younger siblings and shit like that. I had an older sibling,
Mm-hmm.
but they're never even around. So it's basically I'm like a single, not single parent,
You're the
the
only
only
child.
child. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying at the crib. So I'm basically doing the fuck I want when the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? My mom worked nigga 2 jobs. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? When I get done with my punk ass 7, 8 hours of gas school, I'm hitting the block. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, you just you know you keep getting into shit, and when certain shit happens from a certain set of people, you start to get a dislike for that other side of people. So it kind of just makes it um it's kind of a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I? I don't even fuck with them. They get on my motherfucking nerves.
You young though. You like you 9 and 8 and all of that. So
This is the '90s though. This is the '90s though.
you're right.
Everybody's outside. We not
Yeah,
TikToking. We not on no
yeah,
computers. I don't know if there even was computers like that. But we outside with this shit. And you
yeah.
gotta remember, like when I'm in the third grade, fourth grade, even one of my best homeboys, this motherfucker's already like 5'10". This motherfucker's 6 foot something right now. This is the '90s. This is when girls got the double D titties and shit. Like for real, for real. This is the '90s. Like
Yeah, the 90s
motherfucking
was
middle
crazy.
school basketball team, motherfucker look like high school or college. Like this is the '90s.
Yeah, that is
Shorts was
true.
just getting long. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like this
yeah.
is the niggas was big.
Hmm.
Niggas was big, looking grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well, like that's what we talked about that era before. How like you remember we talked about that before? How like a 14-year-old
right.
in the '60s and '70s is like a grown ass motherfucking person compared
That's true.
to the 14-year-olds now sound like 14-year-olds.
They do.
Back in the day, they was getting supper ready. They was working on the farms and all types of shit. Not even blacks, but whites as well. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They were Mexicans, Asians. That whole generation back in the day was grown with it. They
they
was
were.
handling business. There wasn't no playing. There wasn't no none of that. Today it's playing. It's TikTok. It's Facebook. It's Instagram, Snapchat, and all this bullshit. Like, nah, these kids look little. I
They
go to
do.
like in my high school. I go back to the high school. These motherfuckers is hella tiny.
They are.
Like you niggas didn't even get the chicken pox, bro. What happened? I got that shit.
Yeah, we. I did too.
But
I sure did.
it was a different time.
I'm gonna have to say though, regardless of whatever was going on in the '90s, just throw it out there. That was probably the best era, one of the best eras to grow up in.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to say. I mean, because before then it was all that old slavery and all that stuff, and then now it's like you say, social media. Everything is so high tech, and like you ain't learning no kind of social skills. Everything is via laptop, via iPad, via cell phone. There is no actual communication going on. Like you can't sit and have conversations with kids because they don't have social skills. They have no thought whatsoever besides what you said. How to
Motherfucking
TikTok
kid
and
gonna ask me last night, what's Pootie Tang? Uh, pack your bags.
right,
Pack
they
your
don't
shit.
know absolutely nothing. So you 8 and 9, you basically already cripping while mom's is at work. You are quote unquote
But I
only
I
child.
will say this: it wasn't just no breeze on. Like one day you just just because you was hanging around, it wasn't just no, oh, that's a little cuz you cripping. It wasn't nothing like that.
So what was the turning point? What when did you look up and realize like, oh shit, like, oh, it is what, like, how does that even work?
Well, I'll put it to you like this because certain shit just
I
don't
know.
need to be talked about.
Hmm.
But I first started out doing lookout. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, like if it wasn't like the OGs, but it was like the YGs, like the young motherfuckers who was coming up in age. Like the 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds. Like if certain niggas was playing kick though, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Maybe I'm watching. If motherfuckers is finna go and hit this corner and go and holla at somebody, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm watching.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just how it was. And then I started doing more shit. You know what I mean? And then I had an incident when I was young that changed a lot of shit. But yeah, it wasn't just no. You wake up one day and nigga, you just cripping. Like, nah, there was some trials and tribulations.
Right. Do you say that was those trials and tribulations? Were they a positive contributing factor into who you are now, or was it a negative?
It was positive.
Oh,
It was real positive.
that's a shocker because
For me, in my area, for people in my area, it was positive.
uh-huh.
Uh, it could have had its negative effects elsewhere, but
Right. So then what sets you apart from all the others? Because I mean, you want to be an individual when you have I don't want to say a title, but when
be
you live.
yourself. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? I love, and it's simple. Just be yourself. Um, the problem with these motherfuckers is they want to act hard all day. They want to be hard in the house. They want to be hard in the car. They want to be hard in Walmart. They want to be hard at work. Like, is you really like? Is you like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just go from zero. I don't even go to 0 to 100. I go to 100 straight like that. I'm cool or I'm not. And I say that to say this: do you really like listening to all that rah rah shit all day?
No.
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody who's really about that shit like that. Like that.
Right.
That's all they want to hear was murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. Me, cuz I'm different. I'll leave the trap house playing some motherfucking Selena. If that's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm gonna play.
Hmm.
I'll pull up to the motherfucking function, slapping some Anita Baker. I'll pull up anywhere. I'll slap where the fuck I want. Cause that's I might be feeling that shit. I can be in that mode, how motherfucker listen to that rah rah shit be turned up. I can get just as turned on some Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
can get just as turned. And that's what I say, like, be yourself. You really want to wake up and hear that shit all day? Sometimes I got my days where I want to hear some rap,
Hmm.
but it don't last too long. You know what I'm saying? Um, from my experiences, when you do certain shit, you've been around certain shit, you really don't want to hear that shit all day. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You really don't like, nah. It's like you want to take that time to escape
Hmm.
that shit right there. But be yourself. If you like to sit on the block and you cripping, you know what I'm saying? But you got this mean poetry game and you want to sit on nigga, outside today and with the homies, you still selling your dope, you doing what you doing, but you writing out this poetry, write your poetry out. Fuck what another nigga talking about his perspective that people was worried about.
Yeah.
I don't want them to think nothing about me and da 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 da. Oh, he soft, he write poetry, or he a bitch ass nigga, he listening to Selena and da 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 da. Come find out though.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come find out. You know what I'm saying? And let me show you something.
So how do you not get caught up in the hype? Because people, go out of their way to stir shit up. I don't like people like that. They go out of their way to, especially if they think they know you in a certain perspective. I don't want to say they try to get inside your head, but they be on some other shit. How do you avoid those situations and not even entertain that? Like, what do you do? How does your mind even process that?
Well, I'm very mental with my shit, and it takes a lot of doing to try to get under my skin. And me, how I do it is I'm always high. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I really think about it, like, what situation can I possibly? Can you give me a situation? Just any situation that pertains to what you're saying.
Shit, you outside your house just chilling, and then here comes some niggas who just on some foo shit. They just on some stuff that ain't.
Foo like, is you just talking foo?
You
If
just
you
talking
just
that
talk,
really.
if you just talking, I mean, you can talk all day because you can't beat a nigga at talking. That'll get you a long sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Um, that's what you can't do. Like my grandpa and motherfuckers, you tell me that, oh, you can't beat no nigga at talking. You can't. So, like, and then what am I supposed to say? Some shit to top what you just said? What, you a bitch? No, you's a bitch. Your mama's a bitch.
mm,
Like, all right, I'm a bitch for sure. I'm all that you want me to be. That shit alone really fucks niggas' heads up. They want that rah rah shit.
mm.
But I know two things that always fucks niggas up. I probably shouldn't say that shit on here, but look, nigga, I'll kill you and me. I had nothing to lose. That's my mentality. Like when I get into some shit, it's go. It's go time, and it's straight like that. But talking though, I ain't worried about no nigga talking, cause if I fuck him up, let's say I beat his ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be the only nigga talking. I'm not finna go around America fighting motherfuckers. I'm not finna go around the world fighting motherfuckers because they talking. And then check this out. Let's say I whoop his ass for talking. Something happened. Where the fuck I go to jail? You know how many niggas gonna be talking in jail?
Hmm.
Niggas gonna talk all day. As long as you don't touch me, you gonna live to see tomorrow. As long as you don't touch me, you know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. If you touch me, that's where the problem begin. But talking, nah, it depends on how I am. I might bring out the petty, entertain that motherfucker. But yeah, I'm not finna worry about no nigga talking. You just talking.
Mm-hmm. So the stuff that you lived by, survived off of in the '90s, does that still apply today? Clearly, you've matured and you're not that same kid anymore as back then. However, you clearly survived off of that same mentality. So does it apply today?
It does, and that's why I'm still here today. And majority of my friends ain't here today, um, because I never came with the 2000 bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For example, you know, when I was growing up, there wasn't even MySpace yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, none of that shit exists. So when it was funky outside, you had a problem with somebody, you ain't gonna know that shit till you actually see that motherfucker outside on the street though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now you pause that and you go versus today. You're gonna go on Facebook and see his status. They got 157 comments on it with these motherfuckers bickering and arguing back and forth. What they gonna do to each other, slide. They probably know more than 10 minutes apart from each other. Drop your addy, da, 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 da. Oh, I'm gonna slide up on you with this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You know, just making a whole case for the police.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't live like that. I'm not gonna engage in no internet drama. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not about to do it. And that right there will save you a lot of hassle, law wise. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers is telling you what the fuck you said. You wait till you see it in the street. You wait till you see a motherfucker in the store, Walmart, whatever the case may see, traffic light, and that's how you do it. Um, but people just got too engaged with the social media beefing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's social media was the worst thing that ever happened to any street nigga.
Oh yeah, I have
You
to
know,
agree.
you can't do shit. You can't even play kick dog. No, I don't even do that shit. But
Mm-hmm.
these motherfuckers got cameras on the doorbells. These motherfuckers got cameras on
That
top of their
technology.
houses. The neighbor got a camera across the street. When you pulled into the parking lot, whatever gas station was over there, they got you going down that street. Cell phone records got you in the area. I mean, it's a hassle.
It is.
It's a hassle. Like even when I was growing up, DNA wasn't even a thing like that.
Right.
That's
Right.
why niggas are still getting caught up today.
Right.
You know what I
Ain't
mean?
that crazy though? That stuff happened 30, 40, 50 years ago and you can go back and you didn't have the technology to be able to do it then. But then all these years later, miraculously, you can drag up some shit that is
They keep all evidence. They
that's
keep all
crazy.
evidence because people can still file appeals and shit
Mm-hmm.
20 years later. You know, and they still got to bring that same evidence to court. You know what I'm saying? Do this shit all
Wow.
over again. If they get a trial, they got to keep all that shit because that can result in a mistrial. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But social media is really what fucked it up, though. You know, motherfuckers want to show out and show off, and motherfuckers are scamming and want to show off scamming money and don't even have a job to even show how you got this money
Right.
and motherfuckers want to have these guns online and not even supposed to have these guns online and you're not even supposed to have these motherfucking guns, period. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
here you is online with that gun that old boy just got clapped with. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Your Honor, I don't have a gun. Oh, Instagram photo, you big ass gun. You know what I'm saying? Just dumbass shit like that will get you caught the fuck up. And motherfuckers just don't think about that shit.
You
Like
don't think at all. I don't think like
you
you
have
just
to.
you get caught up in the hype of just doing it and being in the moment, and you don't even think about the aftermath. Like you
Yeah,
got to
fuck
know
that.
every action comes with a reaction. You just got to know that. But even with all of that being said, you get to a do you get to a place where you like, okay, it's time to transition over from that to, I don't want to say real world, but you grow up, you mature. How do you maintain being, I guess, being a crip, and then you transfer that over into family life, or you got kids and all this other stuff? Does that change things?
No. Just because, like, just because I said what I said in the beginning, that's not how I lived my life. Like, I took that crip shit
Mm-hmm.
and really went with the crip meaning. I wasn't out there gang banging. I think I can if it gets to that point, but that wasn't my mission. I was for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Helping others, helping my community. I wasn't the one putting the damage on the community. I did my fair share of bullshit, but I think everybody has. But fuck everybody else. I know I done my fair share of bullshit. It didn't matter what color you was. If you was part of the situation, I mean, certain shit was just gonna happen. Period. Point blank. But I never lived my life off of no colors or no blue and red and all that other stupid ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
And bandanas and all that shit. I didn't do all that. Like, nah. The crip the crib shit was is a bigger meaning to me. The way it is today, these motherfuckers make it a fashion. These motherfuckers make it about blacks and in colors and shit. Like in all honesty, with all this shit that's going on right now, um, against the black community and shit like that, this is actually the time. This is what the Crips was actually made for. This is the time for these motherfuckers to be out there um policing their own community, number
Mm-hmm.
one, and protecting their community, because policing and protecting is two different things. When I say policing, I mean on foot. I mean like really out there, like
Mm-hmm.
making sure motherfuckers in your section is good. You know what I mean? Making sure that the police gonna roll up like a motherfucker is breaking a law, you doing something that you going to jail. I mean that's cool, but can a motherfucker just go to jail and that be the end? Do you have to get shot? Does motherfucker have to get kneed? Does motherfucker have to get choked the fuck out? Can a motherfucker just
Right.
get the can I get the handcuffs, please?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the back seat of the car and hold the fist in the knee. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like on some real shit. Like hold that shit with somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my teeth already fucked up. Like don't do me no more justice, motherfucker. Like god damn.
Does
God
that
damn.
with do you have like a spiritual part of your foundation of who you are? I mean, because I think everybody have their own belief in something,
Yeah, I
whether
believe
they
in
believe or don't believe or however you want to look at it. Um, has that helped you in any way?
I mean, I'm very spiritual. I'm very spiritual, and I'm gonna have to say it helps me, but then that shit fucks me up too. Depending on how spiritual you are, certain shit can catch up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I put it to you like this: a Christian who could be a diehard Christian, they not living their life by that book though.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they repent and this, that, and third. Because you got to ask for forgiveness for something you did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. Um, and with my spiritual shit, I just know some things I could have done different or better, whatever the fuck the case may be. And sometimes it eats up at me. I say it like that. And that shit can like fuck my whole day up. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Uh,
Regret or just the growth and knowledge or the acknowledgement of a wrongdoing?
nah, I mean I can almost count the regrets on my hand. On one hand, um, yeah. But nah, it's just acknowledging the wrongdoing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I mean, that's how you get the growth.
True.
You know, if you try to minimize the situation or make excuses for the situation, you're not even allowing yourself to see what you could have did better in that situation. So how the fuck is you gonna grow? And yeah, I just want to be the best me I could possibly be. Period. Point blank. Um, yeah, and that's what it comes to, in my personal opinion.
The best you are you when you look at you, are you proud of who you are right now?
Oh my god. I mean, hell nah. Like, cause I don't even know what the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, I'm proud of my face. You know what I'm saying?
Physically, you're proud of your face.
And mentally, spiritually as well. But nah, because I mean, how do you define who you are? Does it? Because education can't make you.
No.
Um, being a parent doesn't do that either. I think it's your actions. I think it's your actions and what you do in the world determines if you are proud of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Did you eat a big ass cheeseburger and walk past a motherfucker who was hungry?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, did you actually love thy neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like,
Yeah, I would, and I think about even looking at myself and the person that I am, and it just goes back to consistency and character.
mm,
I think that is the foundation of a person. Because if you don't have morals and values and standards and a certain mentality on things and be consistent with it, you can't be wavering. You can't be
that's why I
wavering.
always give my money away. To be honest with you, that's why I don't count money. And you know this, I don't count money. If I got it, I'll give it. Because I really do think that when people get comfortable with that bread, it fucks up their head. You
I
know what I'm
believe that.
saying? And that's why I don't. I try. Well, I don't even try. You know, I don't do too crazy on clothes and shit. Like if I wanted, I could be Gucci down and da 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 da. Da. I can go give me some regular ass t-shirts, some regular ass sweatpants, jeans, some slides, some Nikes, whatever the fuck the case may see, and transfer the rest of that shit into the community or whatever the fuck the case is gonna be like living above means and shit like that. Like not even to get off topic though, right?
Hmm.
I look at some of these celebrities, you know, they got a $400,000 car that they bought, you know, cash, and be the same motherfuckers crying on the internet about their society being fucked up. Da, 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 da. It's your money. Do what you do. But you crying over something that you could be a solution on, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You living above the means, and that money is the root to all. You know the rest, and that is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you need all of that shit for? Now you can. It's your right. Like if you earned that money, it's your money. You do the fuck you want to do. Period. Point blank. And you should do the fuck you want to do. But I'm saying though, thy neighbor is not just a nigga next door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's what people gotta think about.
And a lot of people don't. And I always said if I ever were to get rich or whatever, and I'm cheap, you know how I do. But if I was to ever get rich, I wouldn't allow that shit to go to my head. I would set something up to where I can give back. Like you've seen poverty, you've seen people go hungry and not be able to do X, Y, and Z. Like I would be one of those people. Like I want to be able to help people, and I don't want my name on it. I don't want the spotlight and the camera and all this little extra hoopla. Nah, I just want to stop by, and it don't even
Nah,
have to be monetary.
get that. I want my name on it. Bring that camera, all that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I don't like being the center of attention, all that extra stuff.
nah, I'm just bullshitting. Cause every time I help somebody, I don't say shit about shit. Ain't nothing to say.
Right. If
But
you're
I,
gonna do, you're gonna do. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. And you
that's a
know,
fact.
and I think more people should be a little bit more humble when it comes to that kind of stuff. And that's why you got a lot of people who need help and won't get help because you got so many people who will throw out their hand and they turn right back around and they bragging and all this extra stuff about what you done for somebody. And I just think that's an asshole move in my personal
You
opinion.
know what I hate? I hate when these motherfuckers sit here and pay for these motherfuckers. I ain't gonna say I hate it, but fuck these people's college tuitions. These artists want to pay they already in the spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's help somebody even get a chance to even get to college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, let's go sit here and pay some rent or something. Like, these motherfucking parents are going crazy, killing their kids and shit. They can't afford them. Like, shit, let's start over here first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's relieve some pressure.
Hmm.
Like, fuck, this motherfucker's dead. Like, I'm proud of you for getting to this college shit, but you made it. You here. You handle this debt. And I'm gonna go get some motherfuckers who could be in the same situation. Some of these kids wish they could even be in college debt. As fucked up as it sounds, they're not even finna make it there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
already know they don't even have an opportunity to even go.
when I was watching that trial and shit, this motherfucking the dude who was testifying, this motherfucker was born in back in the day, but he has a third grade education. I'm just gonna say like that, like third grade education, right? So that's back in the day, and there's still motherfuckers out here still fucking up in these inner cities and shit like that. So let's start in these households first.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the projects for real, and let's give these motherfuckers a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck your college debt. You can pay that
Yeah.
shit off by the time you 50. Shit, you'll be alright.
And
Let's help a motherfucker get to 50.
yeah, that's definitely help your community too. That'll definitely help your community, giving them an opportunity to actually do something other than, you know, nothing or something that's unproductive. Give them a chance to actually do the things they actually want to do that's positive to the community
Right.
and to society.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fuck up the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, no way, shape, form, or fashion. I will if it comes down to it. But I don't have no ill will, no intentions, even to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, you had you had asked me some interesting questions. I'm not even gonna lie, you kind of caught me off guard with some of that shit. I really had to have that scan through the question real quick. Like,
Right.
okay, hold on, take away the one, carry the okay. I can do
Right, because
that.
when you look at yourself, a lot of times we don't give ourselves credit for who we are, if that makes sense. We look at ourselves differently than somebody else will look at us. And I'm not talking about just outside people, but people that you may interact with day to day. I see things in you that you may not even see in yourself. And we discredit ourselves a lot. But you have to, in retrospect, look at yourself in that mirror and kind of like realize that you have more, you offer more than what you realize. You give more than what you realize. You teach more than what you realize. Like you present and you build opportunities and you do more than what you actually realize, and you don't even realize in you doing that that is who you are.
Right.
Those are your characteristics. You're a teacher, you're a giver, you're loyal. Like those are the things that make you the person that you are, and those are the things that you live by, so to speak. So
That should have fucked you up too.
it will, it really will, because you got people who take advantage of people and stuff like that. But
And that's why I get straight to the festivities, man. Cause I ain't with the bullshit.
right,
Like, and what I know about you is I know that's if if I can give you one trait of mine, you know,
hmm
well, let me ask you first before I tell you. If you could have whatever trait you think I have from your perspective,
hmm
and you can like have that for you, what would it be?
um, that no nonsense. The part of you that is just like that just ain't going. I'm very passive. I'm
Yeah,
very passive,
like that.
and I'm all about, you know, I don't like the drama and all the bullshit. I'm just not that person. I don't like all the chaos and all of that. However, there are some situations where that shit is just needed.
Right.
There's no question about it. And I don't have that. 0 to 100. I got that 0 to about 10, then to about 40 before I get there. I don't have that. I wish I had that on and off switch. That's the way I put it.
I don't like problems with longevity. I'm a 30-second type of dude. If anything past 30 seconds, it might get violent. That's really how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And me, like you said, I'm really no nonsense. Like I really push your shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like in no talking mode and going about my day just because I'm not with the talking. I don't even want no problems to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a respectable motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but I'm just like the white people though. When I see a bunch of niggas, I'm chilling like, here come these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you just never know, babe. But you just gotta be on the fuck that. Like seriously, like fuck that. And that's a trait that I was gonna want to give you.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly like the first thing that comes to your mind should be fuck that. If it ain't right off the rip, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I'm going. I'm going straight. I'm not finna explain shit to you because 10 times out of 10, if we already at this spot, something had to go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'm at fuck that.
Right.
And when I'm at fuck that, I'm quick to let you know, fuck that, fuck you, no, hell to the nah, it ain't going. I'm gonna let you know about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's gonna be something depending on the environment, you know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I just don't give a fuck. I can be jail, motherfucking court, um, motherfucking school, work. If it's not a go, it's not a go. And I just believe a lot of people just don't like, speak up for yourself, nigga. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Because you let somebody take advantage of you once, they think they got your ass, and
That's a
niggas
fact.
get to playing and shit. And I don't like no playing.
Right.
I don't like no playing. We get to playing, we got a problem. And that's just how I'm coming. So yeah, I wish you had that trait of fuck that and just was with the turn up,
Mm-hmm.
and you should get that
I should.
because you yeah, some of the shit you tell me I just couldn't believe.
I can see that on a few
Like,
situations.
like that's just how I'm coming. But yeah. So what you got? We good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. It's been very interesting. Because like I said, you're a very peculiar person. You just have a very different mindset that most, in your opinion, you think most people are frowned upon. But like you said, that's how you still here in 2021.
See, look, and we ain't even got to half the shit that
And
people are
I
frown
already know.
upon.
I already know because this really could go a bunch of more different ways. It
Yeah, I'll
really
say this is
could.
probably the safest route that you went. I call it the pussy edition, but you yeah, you went a decent little route though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But yeah, I can most definitely dig that right there though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you should learn how to get some You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I might cut down a lot of that shenanigans you be having going on. You
Hmm.
gotta let a motherfucker know from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like when you walk on the yard, you gotta let nigga know, like, hey, it's your world and I'm here. Only thing I need is my respect, man. You know what I mean? But I don't want the respect though.
All right.
As long as a motherfucker don't disrespect me, nigga, it's all Gucci, straight like that.